Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann resonance report for Monday, September the 1st. Don't forget it's Monday just because you're off work. Friends, look at our energy. This has been crazy over the last 24 hours, and look at us starting out both days almost exactly the same. Can we say déjà vu? Anybody? All right, so yesterday, all day long, I had ideas running through my head. I started 100 projects. I did not finish any projects, but I did start 100 projects. I went to a birthday party for my niece. I did so much yesterday that by the time I got home at 7 o'clock, my energy was totally capped out, done, and I collapsed in on myself and slept basically in the same position the whole night. That said, my dream space was still incredibly active. I felt like, just like I was doing in my physical life, that in my metaphysical life, I was starting a lot of projects. I felt like I was having a lot of conversations with people, and I kept thinking, oh, I got to remember, and I don't remember. The difference between yesterday at this time and today at this time is the Italian graph. Here it is, friends. The Italian graph is bringing with it some spiky release energy. The halo going all the way up to the top on some of this. This is over the last 6 hours, 2, 4, 6 hours. We've started to get that release energy. I do expect this release to continue, even if it's not as intense. I expect us to continue to see at least some release with this new energy incoming. With release energy, if it's just release energy, it tends to make me tired. I'm not very motivated. I just kind of want to have one of those days where I watch bad TV and eat mac and cheese, just kind of one of those days. But when you couple it with energy like this, it's like my energy is diametrically opposing itself. I have all these ideas and no motivation to finish them. I have 100 things I want to go do and no desire to get up off my couch. It is a very push-pull in my energy when I have both the incoming and release. Physical symptoms for big white energy for me: buzziness. I feel like my teeth maybe are even buzzing. My whole body is a little bit buzzy. It's hard for me to hold my hand steady. My vision has been a little bit blurry. The ringing in my ears has been super loud. And this morning I actually woke up with a pretty large headache right in this central area here. But that feels more related to the release. With release energies, symptoms related with this is depending on where you are working on the release, the area around that chakra may be sensitive. So if you're working on releasing something up here in the heart space that has a feeling of tenderness, as you release it, you may be getting a little bit of heartburn. You might be getting a little bit of anxiety or tightness. Just remember, just take a deep breath and remember it's just passing through. It's a energy in motion, emotion. It's just meant to be released. And once you let it out of your system, you will feel better. Just a reminder, it's not always easy to understand why you are feeling the way you are feeling in the moment of big emotion. So if you are having a big emotional reaction to something, instead of stopping yourself from experiencing the emotion to try to figure out why you're experiencing it, instead, I would encourage you to let it all the way out of your system and then trust that on the back end, you will get some understanding of why you are feeling that way in the calm, because in the middle of the storm, it's really hard to see why it's storming. In meditation this morning, I was just given the reminder that there's never going to be a perfect time for you to start something. What are you waiting for? Momentum depends on you, right? You have to take some inspired action to move towards the goal that you want. And the more you put that inspiration in action, the more momentum of law of attraction can work with you. So it's not the same as just sitting and hoping for something to happen. You have to follow through with the inspiration that's being offered to you. It's, I've said this 100 times, so say it with me if you know it. If you ask Source for a birthday cake, Source will say, you can have any cake you want. Here are the keys to a well-stocked kitchen. And instead of throwing ourselves down on the ground and saying, that's not what I asked for a cake, we can recognize that we've literally been given the keys to create any kind of cake, any size, any flavor that we want. But we have to take the steps to choose the ingredients to put them together to create the cake. Source brings you opportunities. You have to take the action. All right, and here's our cards for today. My guides are saying now's the time to take the step, do the thing. Stop holding yourself back and waiting for the perfect time, because it's just not going to be there. You're being asked to follow those things that inspire you the most, trusting that the King of Pentacles and Source will be there to have your back. My guides want you to understand that once you do this, you start to see the world through a new paradigm. And by default, you will see yourself through the lens of source instead of the lens of man, someone who is not limited but has unlimited potential. This is where you can step more fully into your awakening experience and your connection with source. But again, it's up to us to take the step, to follow the inspiration, to trust that we'll have the support, and to see things in a new light. That's where true awakening happens, friend. Boy, it's going to be a beautiful day where I am. Look at these skies. Wow. Are you guys ready to start your day? Because I am. All right, take a nice big deep breath in and release. Drop your shoulders. Come on, drop your shoulders and just remind yourself that today is a great day. It has literally just started and you can do anything you want with this day. So make it something special. Make it something exciting. Make it something that makes you smile, right? That's up to you, friend. It's a great day.